Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Best and Worst of Disneyland. My name's Tyler Crouch, and joining me today is Katrina Manzoni.
Hi everybody.
And Tom Bell.
Hey folks.
And today we got a spooky episode for you. Ooh. Are you
Enjoy
spooked?
it.
Are you spooked out yet?
You're scaring me out.
Good. That's the point. I'm gonna keep making awkward noises.
Yeah.
Today we're doing the top four things the top four things about Halloween time. Thank you. Sorry, I finally said it. So these are the things that, Halloween is right around the corner. It starts September 7th. And, Halloween time, I should say, for Disneyland Resort is right around the corner. Starts September 7th.
It's weird how it seems early this year, but just the way the calendar falls.
It's not as early as Florida's.
In Florida, it's already started. Yes. So, that's a little too early for me. I prefer it. September's fine, I guess. But we've got a lot of great things to look forward to at the Disneyland Resort, and we just figured we should walk through what you can be looking forward to as well. And let's just kick off the list with our number one.
Well, for Halloween leading into Christmas, the number one's got to be Haunted Mansion Holiday.
Whoop whoop.
Yeah.
I agree.
It is such a incredible overlay of Haunted Mansion. It's not, to say overlay is
I know it's not giving it enough.
It's
justice.
not giving enough justice. Yeah. They got that thing, and
just the attic part.
Yeah.
It's just like, God, it must have taken forever.
Yeah.
It is amazing what they do within it's like a couple weeks or something that they turn the whole thing over. And it's not just the inside, it's the outside, it's the music, it's the animatronics, it's just everything about it. It's really spectacular. And one of my favorite things every year too is that in the ballroom scene on the table in the middle there, they have the culinary team of Disneyland make a huge gingerbread house.
They bake gingerbread, and
and they do it for it takes them like a month to put this thing together, and it's always amazing. It's always super elaborate. There's like animations involved with them,
moving parts.
But that's the fun thing every year is there's going to be a new gingerbread house, and it's always going to be spectacular. And then probably one of the coolest little touches is as you're going by it, you get to smell the gingerbread too.
Yeah.
So
it's not real.
No, don't tell him that.
Sorry.
What's wrong
What's the matter with you?
But no,
Disney magic. I'm sorry.
Yeah. What was it, last year that they added Sally to the mix too?
It's been a couple years.
It was 2 years ago, I guess.
That was the best thing they did.
And they didn't tell anybody that Sally was coming. It's just like, oh, now Sally's in the graveyard. And so it was really cool to see that. And just so every year they kind of change things around a little bit. And it's really cool to see what they do differently, but also, bringing back just the love of Nightmare Before Christmas too. It really is more than just an overlay, as you said.
Of course, since Mary Jo's not here, you got to mention the Monkey Bride.
Oh,
It's hidden in the attic scene.
Well, you mentioned it, so you got it. Yeah,
a little clapper monkey that they dress up as the Haunted Mansion bride,
right,
and hide her, whatever he is, somewhere in the attic. And so you have to go find it.
Yeah, last year it was fairly easy. I remember Mary Jo being very disappointed. She's
like,
"Oh, I found the monkey on the first time. What's wrong with this?" But
you're not trying hard enough.
Now they probably heard Mary Jo say that, and now they're gonna put it in like some lightless area. But it's just they even deck out the Hatbox Ghost. They put some ribbons on him and stuff.
Some holly. Or something like that.
And it's just really fun. I actually sometimes, I wouldn't want them to change it for good, but sometimes I'm just like, there's actually more to look at in the Haunted Mansion Holiday. With the wreath, the living wreath, and all that stuff.
The hanging wreath.
Because it actually makes that hallway more interesting to me. But anyway. It's a great overlay. It's a great way to celebrate the Halloween time and
Christmas.
Yeah, and Christmas too, because they leave it.
I'm a Christmas person, so I get super excited about this when it changes over, because I kind of get the Halloween, but then I get the
early Christmas
splendor of Christmas.
So very cool one. Let's go on to number 2.
All right, so number 2 is Mickey's Halloween Party.
Yeah.
So I think it's 15 nights this year, starting September 19th. Going through Halloween, select nights.
Wait, only 15?
Yeah.
For the Mickey's Halloween Party, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay. That's actually surprising to me. I thought it was going to be more than that, but okay.
15 nights. And they have a great fireworks display, Halloween Screams fireworks. They have trick-or-treating, the new parade that they debuted.
Parade.
Yeah, that debuted last year, Frightfully Fun Parade.
Yep.
Was it last year or the year before? They did it the year before too, but it was like a dinky one. It was like
very
very tiny.
Yeah, no, but and
cute.
Wasn't it last year they added the Headless Horseman?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the best part, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, over in Disney World.
And Ichabod Crane.
Yeah, over in Disney World they have the Headless Horseman, and he's been a staple for many years. But then they brought him over last year to Disneyland, but with Ichabod Crane, like you said, and they actually tell kind of the story of the Headless Horseman and Ichabod, walking through the woods on his own, and it's really cool to see the guy that they had. Well, I don't want to say that. Ichabod was great last year. He was like right out of the cartoon. I mean, the way he moved and everything, I was like, oh my gosh, like
the jittery legs.
Yeah, the jittery legs and stuff.
Oh my gosh,
it was very cool. And like you said, I don't want to gloss over the fireworks because those fireworks are really cool.
Hosted by Oogie Boogie, right?
Hosted by
Jack Skellington.
Yeah, hosted by Jack Skellington, but Oogie does have a moment in it.
Yeah.
But my favorite thing that they do in that show, and it's not even a firework, is they have a big white balloon that they inflate and they put it up right behind the castle, and then they project Jack's face onto it. So it's just this really great effect that looks like a
Zero.
moon. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Gosh,
and Zero flies over the castle, and that's what Disneyland does really great. Is they've been coming up with all these really fun things to have fly over the castle these days, and Zero is like one of those Grand Slam ones. So, I mean, that whole party, and if you've been to I don't want to keep comparing it to Disney World, but if you've been to the Halloween party at Disney World, and then you've gone here, they douse you in candy over here. I mean, every time you go through,
good candy too. Yeah. And I know this is weird. I'm gonna get weird now, but
now.
I can't believe you guys. That's it. I'm done. So we went to the Disney World one. This might be just me, but I feel like they have so much more fruit candy there. Ours is like a lot of chocolate. We have like more chocolate, like anything. Anyway, so they have a lot
of brands you know and love too.
And then over in Florida, they have a lot of like weird brands I've never heard of, like and they're fruity. So when I eat a piece of chocolate, I swear I taste fruit as well because they've all sat in this big box in this big bag for like months and months, and so it soaks up the flavor. And I just feel like ours. I love chocolate and dark chocolate, we have more of that.
What's your favorite thing about the Halloween party?
Oh my gosh, I feel like the candy is always fun because we do it at the end of the night, and the fireworks.
Nice.
The fireworks by far are like my favorite thing to see.
I like how they changed the lighting and the spooky areas, the fog on the rivers of America.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, we can't forget the Cadaver Dance.
But also the and this might not be around next year, but I
don't know what it is.
the Big Thunder Trail.
Yeah, right.
From Frontierland to Fantasyland, how they lower the lights, and the old
Nature's Wonderland.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's
like a monster in the tunnel. It's like really, it's
so
like
cool.
I would almost feel like little kids might be like, whoa, that's a little too much for me. So it's really interesting. But yeah, like you said, the atmosphere that they create is fantastic, especially over by Rivers of America and the Thunder Trail and everything.
I think for the price point, I think this is like a fantastic thing to see because you get in 3 hours before the event, so you can pay just one ticket price, go in a couple hours before. And then you can ride rides, get candy. The character experiences are all in cool little costumes and stuff. I really like that stuff.
Yeah. And not only is the candy for the most part better, not so generic, but they give you handfuls when you go through. I mean, we've brought shopping bags and filled them up with candy. I mean, they give you the little dinky bag. You're going to throw that away immediately.
Bring your own.
Go get a shopping bag because it is ridiculous the amount of candy they give you. And then you don't have to buy any for you could eat it all if you want to get sick, or you could just not buy any for Halloween, and then you got your Halloween candy for the 31st. You can give it out to the kids around there.
We did have to dig into the emergency fund when we had candy at our house, and then we had to dig into some of the candy that we got at the Mickey Not So Scary Halloween party because we ran out of candy.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean that is our look at the Halloween party. Let's go on to number 3.
All right, so something not quite as spooky, Cars Land.
It is kind of spooky if you think about it.
No? It's fun.
No, I think it's
fun.
spooky.
Really?
They're hanging like
They're
their
hanging
own
body
body
parts
parts
everywhere.
everywhere.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. so Cars Land, starting last year, they decorated for I can't even
Halloween.
say
Halloween,
Haul.
so it's like you're
U-Haul.
hauling something, like
Yeah.
a U-Haul. Yeah, Halloween. Yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah. Very clever.
And the even like the character meet and greets have costumes on.
Yeah.
They put overlays, different music on Mater's Junkyard Jamboree and Luigi's Rockin' Roadsters.
Mm-hmm.
So there's Halloween music going on.
And there's specialty foods and stuff.
Yes, and
Yeah.
new decoration. It's just so much fun.
I'm glad
and
they
then
added it.
The faces on the cones.
Oh yeah,
They
they make the
They look like pumpkins.
they
look
make them look like
jack-o'-lanterns.
jack-o'-lanterns. Yeah. All the cones
Yeah.
at Cozy Cone. And one of my favorite things too, though, is that at the end of the street where the city hall is,
Mm-hmm.
they project eyeballs into the windows. So then it actually looks like it actually looks like the buildings have come alive, and they have these like kind of goofy, spooky faces.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's really fun too. And to kick off the nighttime. And they do this on Buena Vista Street too, because they started decorating Buena Vista Street last year.
Yeah.
But to kick off the nighttime at Cars Land, they have, I don't even remember what song it is, I wish I could, but they, just like they do with the regular Cars Land overlay, or not overlay, but just regular Cars Land,
Right.
they play a song when it becomes dusk, and you can hear Doc Hudson get on the microphone, whatever, and he says a few, he's like, oh, it's getting spooky here, and then that's when like the eyes light up in the city hall, and all the lights turn on in the entire place. So that's just really cool. And the little touch that I like too, just one more little touch here, is by the curio shop, right in front. There is a tree there, and they wrap around it's like a zombie car.
Yeah.
And it's like coming out of the dirt, and every now and then the zombie car kind of comes alive, and you can hear the radio like kind of going through its motions, and you can hear the engine trying to start up, and the eyes light up, and there's smoke coming out of the radiator and stuff. And it's just the little touches like that. I mean, they blew it out of the water. You know what? I said one more thing, but I lied. I have another thing.
One more thing.
One more thing. The Breaks Motel over in Cozy Cone. They have a whole replica of what it would be like to be. It's the Bates Motel, but it's in cars, and so it's really cool.
Is that inside the?
It's inside the Cozy Cone office, and it's a whole little model that they built. That is the Breaks Motel, and you can see what Norman Bates would look like if he was a car. And it's such a great idea, and that's kind of what that whole thing is filled with, just great idea after great idea. And I never really liked the Cars movies very much, but the Cars Land as a whole is just epic in every way.
Yeah.
And for Christmas, for Halloween, just normal.
I mean, there's just so much to see. Something that they change, like seasonal, the posters by the barn or whatever it is next to Mater's Jamboree.
Yeah.
Movie posters themed to cars, and it's always changing. Yeah.
I love the Hocus Pocus one last year.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. It's
so much
awesome.
fun.
You definitely have to go and check out Cars Land during Halloween, because you'll be there. It's decorations that you'll never see anywhere else. I mean, you can go to a lot of places and see, jack-o'-lanterns and ghosts and stuff hanging from a lamppost or something. But this is like Halloween decorations that you've never seen before. Yeah. So it's really something to see. So
excellent.
Let's go on to number 4. This
All
is our
right.
last one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
How scary.
Last.
Ooh, number 4, spooky.
Ooh.
I'm afraid to look. So last year, the Disneyland Resort hit it out of the park with new Halloween stuff. And another example of it is Guardians of the Galaxy Monsters After Dark.
Yes.
So they take Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, and they've created a sequel for it that happens from like 6 p.m. to close only, doesn't happen the rest of the day, and it's just incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great attraction anyway, but just to continue the story and just a little scary, it's so much fun.
Yeah. I mean, every little detail that they do in there, they change the lights. We talked about this like a couple weeks ago, but they changed the lights all on the inside and the outside. The cast members all changed their clothing. They're all wearing different costumes.
Yeah.
And it's like you said. I think my favorite thing about it is that it's a sequel to a ride.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just nothing like that. You don't get to go on a sequel to a ride.
That you just rode like a couple hours prior.
Yeah.
Make sure you experience the original attraction first.
Right.
Because you won't understand anything.
Right. Yeah. It doesn't make as much sense if you don't do the original attraction.
Yeah.
But it's still fun nonetheless,
Yeah.
and it actually does have one of the monsters that they feature in it is actually from one of the Thor movies.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you that's like a little tidbit there. If you can go in that ride, you can be like, oh, that's that monster from the Thor movies.
Well, and then the composer of did the Guardians of the Galaxy movies wrote an original song for the attraction.
Right. Yeah. And it's a fun song. I wouldn't say it's necessarily as great as like the Jackson 5 or something, but
I mean, what is? But
nothing in this world. But I don't know if I'd go that far, but yeah. I mean, to me, it's just incredible what they do. It's
in an hour.
It's clear that they built this attraction being able to change it, but they claim they didn't have it in mind when they were building the attraction, but they can change it with just a flick of a switch.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. I mean, you can see like while you're waiting in line, you can see shadows of the monsters escaping and stuff like that. So it's really cool all around. I mean, that ride still terrifies me a little bit, but
because it's Halloween.
Oh yeah, it's spooky.
Everybody's like, stop with your...
please stop with the spooky. I tuned out after the first one. But yeah, there's our top 4 there for you of the things to look forward to at Halloween. And why don't we go through the list one more time?
All right, so number 1, got to be Haunted Mansion Holiday. Number 2 is Mickey's Halloween Party. Number 3 is All the Fun in Cars Land.
Yes.
And number 4 is Guardians of the Galaxy Monsters After Dark.
There you go. Yeah, our best things about Halloween time right there for you. The top 4. Thank you guys for joining me, and thank you all for joining us, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. If there's anything that you love about Halloween time at the Disneyland Resort, mention it down below, and we'd love to see it. And until next time, everyone, have a good time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.